Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi, and in today's video we're going to be doing some more work on this vintage Action Force Red Shadows RoboSkull. Now in my previous videos I've shown you how to repair the broken guns on the front of this, and today we are going to be working on another very commonly broken area, and that is these broken wings. They should attach to the sides of the vehicle using a clip, but quite often you will find these wings broken like this. So today we're going to take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Let's get on with the project. This wing was a recent purchase on eBay, and I knew it was broken when I bought it, but I knew I could actually fix it. The normal wings actually come with this little bracket here. You can see we've got a sort of cylindrical piece with a notch taken out of it, and the notch is actually quite key because there are two different wings. We have a left wing and a right wing. There is actually a number on the wings that sort of indicates which one they are. Under this piece of plastic here there's a number. On this one it actually says 1, so that is the sort of left hand side as you're looking at the RoboSkull. And this one will say number 2, so that is the right hand side as you're looking at the front of it, and this indicates which way the notch is pointing. So you can see here on this number 2 wing the notch is pointing that way. On the number 1 wing it points that way, and it's quite key that you get the right ones, because if you have two the same they won't actually fit on the RoboSkull, because this notch is pretty key. So what we're going to do today is recreate that. So this is a number 1 wing, and it needs to end up looking like this, which is a number 1 wing. So we have the notch pointing that way, but as you can see we are missing that cylindrical piece, and it's snapped off in a really nasty way. So how are we going to replace that? Well, let me show you. To replace the missing cylindrical piece, we are using this, which is a piece of cylindrical tubing that I just happened to pick up off eBay. But how did I know it was the right size? Well, the simple way is I just measured it. I've got my RoboSkull here. I took a ruler and I measured the diameter of the hole that we've got in the red piece, and also the diameter of the little clip in the middle. So I knew that if I was able to get a bit of tubing that was about 12 millimeters across and had a sort of wide enough gap in the middle, it would fit in the RoboSkull. So that's exactly what I did. I bought this piece of tubing and that fits quite nicely in that hole. So this is going to be the basis of our fix. I can give you the exact measurements of this, and I did just buy it off eBay. I typed in I wanted a black plastic tube with these measurements. So this one is, if I put my ruler on there, it's 13 millimeters across, and the thickness of the plastic is 1 millimeter, which gives you a 11 millimeter diameter hole in the middle. So I just put those details into eBay, and this was the piece of tubing that came up. So the first thing we need to do to this piece of tubing is add that little notch. So I'm just going to measure the notch on this one here, which is a good wing, and I'm going to cut that out of the piece of plastic so that we can check that it actually fits onto the RoboSkull. So the notch on this is about 7 millimeters deep, and the width of that notch, I can just measure there, is 3 millimeters. So I'm going to cut a notch into this, which is 7 millimeters deep by 3 millimeters wide, and then we can see if it actually sits on the side of the RoboSkull. If it does, we can start modifying this and cutting it and working out a way to attach it to the rest of the wing. And there we go, that is the notch cut in place. So now when I put this on the bracket on the RoboSkull, if I twist it round, you'll see it sort of click into place. I'll twist it round and then it will go click, because that's the right position for this wing. And it also means that if I turn this side should turn as well. So that's all working. It's just a simple thing you need to do, but without it, the actual wing mechanism doesn't work. Now I need to do a little bit of gluing. I've marked around the edge of this just by putting this in the RoboSkull. I've taken my knife and gently scored around the edge so I know how deep in this piece of plastic tubing goes. And just below the mark I'm going to stick a piece of styrene. I've got myself a 0.5 millimeter thick piece of styrene sheet which I've cut into this thin strip, and below the line that I've scored I'm going to stick this all the way around just using super glue, and then sort of tidy it up and join it so that we've got a little ridge there. Again, this is quite a key part. Normally I would try and plastic weld things together, but I know the plastic tubing that I was able to buy is not the right plastic for plastic weld, so super glue will do the job. So let's get that little piece of plastic glued on there, and then we can start modifying everything and actually cutting this to the right length. We will also need to do a little bit of work on this wing because part of it is broken in a really sort of useful way and the other side hasn't, so we're actually going to have to break it a little bit more before we can start attaching this on. But let's get this super glued in place and then we can start on the rest of it. So I've just got a very thin strip here. It's probably only 1.5 mm wide, and the actual piece of styrene, as I say, is 0.5 mm thick sheet. So it's just a really thin strip, but it is quite important. I have some super glue here, and I'm expecting to get a little bit messy and a little bit sort of stuck to this, but there's no easy way of doing this. So I'll just do it as neatly as I can, and I'll clean myself up afterwards. Let's stick that down there. Oh, that's not too bad actually. I thought I was going to get a bit more stuck than that. Let's put a little bit more super glue on the rest of this. Go all the way around. That's actually gone a lot neater than I was expecting. So I'm just going to line that end up. I'll get my knife here, cut off the excess like that. Put a final bit of super glue on the bit that's not quite stuck. And then maybe if I use my knife, I can avoid getting my hand stuck. And there we go. That's actually not too bad. I was expecting it to be a bit messier. We can tidy up any glue residue at the end. So we've now got a little strip of styrene just stuck around the edge. That looks pretty neat. We now have to do a little bit more breaking of this wing before we can actually fit this new piece onto it, because the plan is that we're going to stick this tube through the hole here. When this one is broken, you can see that part of it is sheared away and just left a sort of fairly neat edge. The other side, it's sort of broken in a slightly different position, so we want this side to match that side. And I'm reckoning I can just use a pair of pliers and carefully twist this piece off until we're left with a similar break. The plastic is fairly weak at this point. I can actually bend it with my fingers. So I think a pair of pliers and I should just be able to break that off and get a slightly neater looking break. So let's just give it a go. I've never tried this before. The last one I fixed, everything was sort of broken off fairly neatly. So this is me just sort of guessing at the moment. But oh yeah, I can feel that's just going to snap off. Yeah, look, you can see how weak the plastic is. I'll just give that a twist. Yeah, there we go. We've now got a much neater hole there. I'm hoping this piece of tubing will just about fit, and it does. So I need to get a bit of sandpaper and just sand that out, make it a little bit neater, but that piece of plastic tubing is going to fit in there fairly neatly. So let's get some sandpaper and we'll just sand that down so that it fits sort of properly. But yeah, you can just break that little piece off with a pair of pliers. It really takes a very small bit of sanding just to round that broken edge off, and now we can actually test this to fit. So here's the tube, and this should fit exactly in that hole. And the reason we put that little ridge of styrene round is because that will stop it exactly where we need it to stop, and that works pretty perfectly. So we now need to cut this tubing down to the right length, and the right length is so it just protrudes onto the other side of this plastic piece here. So to do that, I'm going to get my scalpel and just carefully mark a little scratch along the edge there. I'll do the same on the other side. And hopefully when I take that out, I should be able to see the scratch line, which I can. So I'm now going to get my razor saw and neatly cut the rest of this pipe off. I want a really nice, neat, flat edge. So I've got to go as carefully and as slowly as I can and make sure it's not got any sort of bends to it. So let's cut this piece off and then we can start gluing everything in place. And here we go, this is all you're left with. It's a tiny little piece. We can actually check it now fits onto the RoboSkull. So if I just clip that onto there, it won't actually clip in place at this sort of moment in time. You can see there are actually some little ridges on this because it is supposed to clip on, but at the moment it won't. We will add that clipping mechanism once we've got everything glued in place. So I just need to make sure that those little clip pieces are just about proud of the piece of plastic that we have cut. So this is now ready, and we need to actually glue it onto the remains of this wing. Now it needs to be lined up in a very particular way. That little notch needs to go exactly between those two pips there. So if we look at the wing, you can see there's 4 sort of little pips all around it, and the number 1 wing, which is this number 1 wing, needs to be pointing that way. So it's got to go between those two. If you're doing the number 2 wing, it needs to face that way. So this is the number 1 wing. So I'm going to place that in there like that, make sure it's lined up, and that's pretty much how it should look. So we are going to be gluing this in just with some super glue. I've got some super glue here. I've also got my pin tool so that I can carefully sort of smear the glue around. So initially what I will do is just put a little bit of glue onto this piece just around the edge, and then we'll add more as we go. So put a little bit of super glue all the way around this edge. You can be fairly liberal with this because it will get hidden. And I am going to actually be painting this piece at the end as well because I want it to look sort of black rather than have all these sort of white pieces on it. So we can now put this in. As I say, we've got to get this lined up, so it's got to go exactly between those 2 posts or little pips. So let's push that in. Make sure that is lined up in the right direction, which it is. And now I'm going to get a little bit more super glue just on a piece of plastic here. And I will use my pin tool to carefully drop more super glue in all around the edge. And I will also do the same on this side because the glue won't have got around there. And then we're going to let everything dry. So give it a good few hours to dry and set. If you've got any big gaps in there, you can just use some baking powder and drop that in, and that will solidify the super glue and again makes a really good joint. Just sort of go slow with this and make sure that everything is glued nicely. Okay, that is not looking bad, so I'm going to let this set, and as I say, it will take a few hours because we're not pushing the super glue together. It just has to dry sort of naturally, but that is already looking pretty good. The glue has now had time to set, and that's actually feeling really pretty firm, so we can test this on the RoboSkull. So we should be able to put that onto the little clip there, and it fits on, which it does. So yeah, that's already looking pretty good. And if I turn that, this other end should turn as well, which it is. So that is all working, but it is not clipping in place. And the reason that doesn't clip in place is because the tube that I've used is actually a little bit too wide at this end. I think the original tube or the original fixing started off at one size and then sort of thinned down as it got to the end. And those little clip pieces would then have something to clip onto. On this, you can see that there is just nothing for them to clip onto. So we're going to add an extra piece of plastic on this end. So what I've got is some 0.5mm thick styrene sheet, and I've already started modifying this. I've cut a hole into it, which is slightly smaller than the tube that we've used on here. And to measure it, I've just cut a small piece of that tube off, placed it on the plastic here, drawn around it, and then cut the hole out. Now this little hole actually will clip onto the clip on the RoboSkull, so I can clip that on like that. You can hear it clips in place, and then it's a little bit hard to remove, which is what we want. So now I've got that hole, I'm actually going to cut that out, and we're just going to end up with a circle of this 1mm thick styrene sheet that we can then stick onto here. But there are 2 pieces you need to be aware of, which are those 2 holes, because there is another piece on the RoboSkull that has to clip into that. In fact, if I bring in my other RoboSkull, you can see we have this cap, and that clips into those 2 holes. So we need to make sure that whatever we stick in here doesn't cover those 2 holes. So I'm actually just going to cut out a thin sort of ring of this 0.5mm styrene sheet and then super glue that on there. If there's any part of it that covers those holes, I will then sort of file it away. But we just need a small piece of that cut and stuck on there, and it should work. So let's get this cut out and glued in place, and we'll see if it works. That has now had plenty of time to dry, so let's try it actually onto the RoboSkull body. So I should be able to push that on like that, and if I give it a gentle push, it should click in place, and that's really working nicely. That's really nicely held on. And again, hopefully when I turn it, the end piece should turn on that side. So there we go, that is the clip all made. But it does look a bit odd because you can clearly see that it's made out of white bits of styrene. The tube is not too bad. That's sort of fairly close in match. So I'm just going to get some paints out and try and colour match the black sort of clear plastic and just paint over those pieces so they are less obvious. And then we can put the whole vehicle back together. And there we go, that is the piece all painted up, and I've put a clear semi-gloss top coat on that as well to try and match the sheen of the plastic, although all of this is actually going to be hidden inside the toy by the time you've got all of the parts in place. But yeah, that is looking pretty good. So let's now put this on the rest of the toy. I can just push that on there, line it up, push it on, and it clips in place. And there we go. That is that wing all fixed up. It's quite a sort of complicated job because you've got to make sure that everything matches and lines up, but it's well worth doing because you do often see these wings broken. And there we go, that is it for this new repair on the RoboSkull. The wings I see pretty often with that part damaged, and if they're damaged like that, they no longer work on the vehicle. So I've always wanted to work out a way to repair those, and this one seems to work particularly well. You just need a piece of 13mm diameter tubing and then a little bit of construction and gluing, and as you can see, the wings now fit on really nicely. I'm slowly getting there with this RoboSkull. The one on the right is actually the one that I'm trying to complete, and I'm sort of picking up parts as and when I see them on eBay, and recently I was able to buy a broken wing with a few other parts on it, which is why you can see there's a few more pieces on this final RoboSkull. But I thought while I'm building this, as I've got all these broken parts that I'm finding, I might as well try and fix this one up as well. So at the moment this is built out of lots of broken pieces, and I'm doing sort of test runs of how to work out the fixes on that one before they finally go onto my more sort of complete version over here on the right. I'm hoping in the future to find a few more pieces, and I will come back to this project and show you how I get them all fitted up. And in the end, one day I do hope to have a complete RoboSkull, but that could take many years. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it and want to help me out here at toy-polloi, then why not think about becoming a patron of the channel. You get early access to all of my restoration videos, plus access to an exclusive video series called On the Cutting Mat, where I show projects and restorations that you won't see anywhere else. So have a think about that, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi. Subscribe for more great videos.